Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live alone as an older man? Whether you're already living solo or considering it, this could be the most fulfilling chapter of your life. In this video, we'll dive deep into the profound benefits of living on your own, from the freedom to rediscover your passions to the peace and personal growth that solitude can bring. Stick around until the end, because you'll discover how living alone can transform not just your daily life, but your entire outlook on the future. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. Freedom to be yourself. As an older man living alone, one of the most profound and rewarding experiences is the unparalleled freedom it provides. This freedom extends beyond the simple day-to-day choices. It encompasses the ability to shape your life entirely according to your preferences and desires. When you live by yourself, you have the power to craft your daily routine without the need to negotiate or adjust for anyone else. From the moment you open your eyes in the morning until you drift off to sleep at night, your time is entirely your own. I vividly recall the early days of living alone, a period that was nothing short of liberating. The absence of obligations to adhere to another's schedule or preferences was a revelation. It was a newfound pleasure to wake up naturally, without the pressure of an alarm set by someone else's timetable. The simple joy of making breakfast exactly how I liked it, whether that meant savoring a leisurely meal or grabbing a quick bite, was deeply satisfying. The mornings became my sanctuary, a time to immerse myself in a book or dedicate hours to a beloved hobby without fear of interruption. Consider, for instance, the story of a man in his early 60s who discovered a similar joy in solitude. After moving into his own space, he rekindled a long-lost passion for painting. With no one else around to consider, he transformed a corner of his living room into a cozy art studio, a space that became the heart of his home. Freed from the constraints of shared living, he found that his creativity flourished in the quiet of the night. He could paint for hours, often until the early morning, without a second thought about disturbing a partner or housemate. His nights, once ordinary, became his most creative and productive hours, something he had never experienced before when living with others. For me, this freedom is not just about the absence of compromise, it's about the opportunity to delve deeply into the things that matter most to me. It's about exploring interests, passions, and aspects of my personality that might have been overshadowed or put aside in a shared living situation. Living alone has given me the space to truly know myself and to embrace my quirks, preferences, and rhythms fully. It's a journey of self-discovery that, for many men, can lead to a richer, more fulfilling life as they age. 2. Peace. The tranquility that comes with living alone is often celebrated as one of the most cherished benefits. After decades of raising a family, building a career, and managing countless responsibilities, many older men find immense solace in the peace that solo living offers. It's more than just the absence of noise, it's an opportunity to reconnect with oneself, to reflect on life's journey, and to savor the simplicity that comes with stillness. I vividly recall the first time I truly experienced the profound silence of living alone. It was an early Sunday morning, the kind where the world outside still seemed to be wrapped in a blanket of sleep. The sky was painted in soft hues of dawn, and the air was crisp with the promise of a new day. I made myself a cup of coffee, the aroma filling the air, and took my usual spot by the window. As I settled into my chair, I realized that the only sounds breaking the silence were the distant chirping of birds and the gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze. At that moment, an overwhelming sense of peace washed over me. A kind of peace that can only be found in the absence of others' demands and expectations. Living alone means your morning routine can be a serene ritual. Picture yourself stepping out onto a balcony that overlooks a garden bathed in morning light. With a cup of coffee in hand, you sit down in the stillness, free from the hum of conversation, the clatter of dishes, or the rush to get things done. This calm, undisturbed space becomes your sanctuary, a place where you can let your thoughts wander freely, and where you can connect with your innermost self on a deeper level. In this quiet, you find the clarity to ponder life's big questions, to meditate, or simply to appreciate the beauty of the moment. The peace of solo living isn't just about silence, it's about creating a space where you can be wholly yourself, where you can reflect on the past, dream about the future, and fully immerse yourself in the present. It's about the joy of waking up each day to a life that is entirely your own, where the only sounds are those you choose to hear, and the only company you need is your own. This tranquility allows you to appreciate the simple pleasures in life, like the taste of your morning coffee, the song of a bird, or the way the light filters through the trees, turning ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 3. Personal growth and self-discovery. Living alone as an older man offers a profound and unique opportunity for personal growth. It's a period where the usual distractions of daily life fade into the background, allowing you to focus inward and giving you the time and space to reflect deeply on your past, your choices, and the direction you want your future to take. This solitude can become a powerful catalyst for self-discovery, enabling you to peel back the layers of your identity to reveal who you truly are and what you genuinely desire out of life. I vividly remember a time in my own life when I stood at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take. The constant buzz of everyday responsibilities and the expectations of others had drowned out my inner voice for so many years that I had lost touch with what I truly wanted. However, when I began living alone, a remarkable shift occurred. The quietness of the evenings, the long stretches of solitary weekends, these moments became fertile ground for introspection and self-exploration. I found myself drawn to activities I had long abandoned, like journaling, a practice I hadn't engaged in since my youth. Through the simple act of putting pen to paper, I began to uncover the dreams, ambitions, and passions I had set aside over the years. Each entry was a step closer to reconnecting with the core of who I am. In my journey, I encountered a story shared by a man on a forum that deeply resonated with me. He too had embarked on a similar path of self-discovery after reaching his late 50s. Following a long and demanding career and the dissolution of his marriage, he decided to move into a small, secluded cabin by a peaceful lake. This new environment, free from the noise of the outside world, provided the perfect setting for deep reflection. He began journaling, delving into philosophical texts, and even took up meditation, practices that helped him peel away the layers of societal expectations that had accumulated over the years. In that solitude, he reconnected with his true self, rediscovering his passions, his values, and the essence of who he was. His story is a testament to the transformative power of personal growth that can come from living alone, a journey that leads to profound self-awareness and a renewed sense of purpose. 4. Control over your environment. Living alone offers the unparalleled benefit of complete control over your environment. This freedom allows you to tailor every aspect of your living space according to your personal preferences. Whether you prefer a space that is impeccably clean and organized or one that embraces a more relaxed, cluttered charm, the choice is yours and yours alone. You have the liberty to arrange your furniture in the most functional and aesthetically pleasing way, decorate your home in a style that resonates with you, and organize your belongings in a manner that suits your needs and tastes. This autonomy ensures that your living space reflects your individuality and creates an environment that feels distinctly like your own sanctuary. I am reminded of a dear friend who, after a significant life change, divorce, relocated to a quaint house nestled in the countryside. An avid collector of vintage cameras, a passion his ex-wife never quite understood or appreciated, he now had the opportunity to indulge in his hobby without reservation. He chose to convert one of the spare rooms in his new home into a dedicated gallery for his camera collection. Each morning, as he walked into that room, he felt an overwhelming sense of pride and joy. The space was transformed into a personal museum that celebrated his passion and showcased his collection in a way that was entirely his own. It was a place where his interests and personality could flourish, unencumbered by compromise or misunderstanding. Similarly, an older gentleman I know shared his experience of reclaiming his home after his children had moved out. He took this opportunity to transform his living space into a reflection of his tastes and interests. His home was adorned with an array of antiques, cherished family heirlooms, and bookshelves brimming with his favorite literary works. Each item was thoughtfully chosen to represent different facets of his life's journey. This curation of his environment not only brought him immense joy, but also created a living space that was a true reflection of his personal history and passions. The ability to shape his surroundings to align with his preferences and memories provided him with a deep sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. 5. Financial independence. At first glance, living alone might appear to come with higher costs, but for many older men, it enhances their financial independence in significant ways. When you're living by yourself, you gain complete control over your financial resources, which opens up a range of possibilities for managing your money more effectively. Without the need to support others, you have the freedom to make financial decisions that align perfectly with your priorities and aspirations. I recall a particularly enlightening conversation with an old colleague who, after retiring, decided to sell his spacious family home and relocate to a charming apartment in the heart of the city. Initially, he had concerns about the potential financial strain of living alone. However, he quickly discovered that the reduced living expenses were not only manageable but also allowed him a greater degree of financial freedom. No longer burdened with the upkeep of a large house, he found that the money saved could be put toward enjoying his retirement more fully. This newfound financial flexibility enabled him to indulge in his longtime passion for photography, a pursuit he had always been drawn to but had never had the opportunity to explore due to financial constraints and a busy schedule. Another compelling example comes from a forum where a retiree shared his experience of downsizing to a smaller home. He He spoke about how this decision significantly lowered his living expenses and, in turn, freed up additional funds for travel and other long-cherished dreams. With the money saved from maintaining a larger property, he was able to embark on a solo trip to Europe to celebrate his 70th birthday, an adventure he described as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that would have been out of reach had he still been living in a more expensive, larger home. These stories highlight a key benefit of living alone: the ability to tailor your financial management to suit your individual needs and dreams, without the financial demands of a larger household or the need to accommodate others' preferences. You can make choices that enhance your quality of life and provide opportunities for personal enrichment. Whether it's downsizing to reduce expenses or reallocating savings toward fulfilling long-held aspirations, living alone can offer a unique path to financial independence and personal satisfaction. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 6. Improved mental health. Living alone as an older man can significantly enhance your mental well-being, offering a range of benefits that contribute to emotional and psychological healing. For many, the solitude of solo living becomes a powerful source of recovery and self-discovery. It provides a unique opportunity to step back from the constant stresses and social expectations that have characterized much of life, allowing for a period of introspection and peace. During a particularly challenging phase in my life, when everything felt overwhelming and insurmountable, I came to deeply value the solitude of living alone. Each evening, I would embark on long, reflective walks, immersing myself in the natural world as a means of clearing my mind and reconnecting with the tranquility of nature. My home, once a place of constant activity, transformed into a sanctuary, a quiet refuge where I could sit undisturbed and process my thoughts and emotions. This space of solitude proved to be invaluable, offering me the clarity and calm necessary to navigate through difficult times without the pressure or distractions from others. In addition to personal experiences, I encountered a poignant post from a man in his late 60s on Reddit, who shared his journey of managing anxiety and benefits of living alone. His story resonated deeply with me and highlighted how solitude can facilitate mental health improvements. Without the relentless noise and demands of a bustling household, he crafted a routine that centered around his mental well-being. His days were filled with practices like yoga in his living room, extended walks in nature, and moments of solitude where he could enjoy his own company. This newfound peace and stability were revelations for him, marking a period of profound personal growth and tranquility that he had never known before. The improved mental health that often comes with living alone isn't just about escaping external pressures. It's about creating an environment where you can focus on what truly makes you happy and fulfilled. It's about finding time for self-care, embracing routines that nourish your soul, and relishing the quiet moments that allow you to hear your thoughts and desires. This peaceful solitude becomes a foundation for mental resilience, providing a space where you can heal, reflect, and ultimately thrive in your own company. 7. Strengthened relationships. Interestingly, living alone can significantly enhance the quality of your relationships with others. When you're not constantly surrounded by people, you have the opportunity to approach your interactions with a fresh perspective. The time you spend with loved ones becomes more precious, and you learn to value these moments more deeply. This new approach can transform casual encounters into meaningful connections. I experienced this transformation firsthand. Once I began living alone, I noticed a remarkable shift in how I engaged with friends and family. The dynamic of our interactions evolved from a routine obligation to something I genuinely anticipated and looked forward to. The time we spent together became more intentional and filled with purpose. The conversations grew deeper and more heartfelt, and I began to treasure these moments far more than I had before. The space of living alone provided a new appreciation for these relationships, allowing me to approach them with renewed focus and appreciation. A poignant example of this comes from a man who shared his experience after living alone for a few years. He observed a significant improvement in his relationships with his children. Previously, the everyday proximity of living under the same roof sometimes led to tension and misunderstandings. However, once he lived alone, the nature of their visits changed dramatically. Their interactions became more deliberate and affectionate. He found himself eagerly anticipating their time together, and his children in turn cherished the warm and inviting atmosphere of his home. The space and separation created a setting where their relationship could flourish in a more relaxed and loving environment. This illustrates how living alone can lead to more meaningful and fulfilling connections, enhancing the quality of your relationships and making every interaction more valuable. 8. Independence and confidence. Living alone as an older man fosters a profound and enriching sense of independence and confidence. When you are the sole architect of your life, you have the freedom to make decisions, handle challenges, and manage your daily routine on your terms. This autonomy becomes a source of immense empowerment, particularly as you navigate the later stages of life. It allows you to embrace new responsibilities and challenges with a renewed sense of purpose and capability. I recall vividly the first time I had to tackle a household repair on my own. The task at hand was fixing a leaky faucet, a job I had always relied on others to handle in the past. Facing the prospect of managing this on my own for the first time, I was filled with a mix of apprehension and determination. With no one else to turn to, I had to rely solely on myself. I took a deep breath, accessed a few online tutorials, and set about the task with a combination of patience and cautious optimism. Following the step-by-step instructions, I carefully disassembled the faucet, addressed the problem, and reassembled it. The moment I turned on the water and saw that the leak had stopped was a profound moment of triumph. The satisfaction I felt was not just about fixing the faucet, but about proving to myself that I could handle and resolve issues independently. This experience became a powerful affirmation of my competence and resourcefulness. Similarly, I encountered a poignant story shared by a man in his 70s on an online forum. After the passing of his wife, he faced the daunting reality of living alone for the first time. Initially, he struggled with feelings of uncertainty and apprehension about managing the household by himself. However, as time passed, he began to embrace the challenge and take ownership of various aspects of his daily life. He learned to cook his meals, manage household chores, and tackle small repairs that had previously been handled by his wife. Each new task he completed brought with it a significant boost to his self-esteem. He recounted how overcoming these challenges gradually built his confidence and made him feel more capable and self-reliant. The process of adapting to his new circumstances and mastering new skills not only helped him regain a sense of control, but also reinforced his belief in his abilities. These experiences illustrate how living alone can be a transformative journey towards greater independence and self-assurance. The ability to face and overcome various challenges on your own fosters a deep sense of accomplishment and reinforces your belief in your capabilities. It empowers you to navigate life with confidence, knowing that you are fully capable of managing and shaping your world. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 9. A chance to reinvent yourself. Living alone as an older man offers a profound and often transformative opportunity to reinvent yourself. This stage of life, typically associated with reflection and contemplation, can also be an exciting period of personal evolution and self-discovery. With the absence of external pressures and the freedom from the expectations of others, you are uniquely positioned to explore new interests, adopt different hobbies, and even embark on entirely new lifestyles. I distinctly remember my transition into retirement. Initially, the prospect of so much free time felt overwhelming, and I struggled to find a sense of direction. The freedom that came with living alone, however, turned out to be a double-edged sword, offering both challenge and opportunity. I found myself with ample time to explore activities that had previously been relegated to the background of my busy life. One of the most unexpected and rewarding discoveries was gardening. This was an activity I had never considered before due to a lack of time and interest during my working years. Yet, as I began to cultivate a garden, I experienced an unexpected joy. Tending to the plants, watching them grow and flourish, and witnessing the changes in my outdoor space provided me with a deep sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. Gardening became a metaphor for my growth and transformation, symbolizing the new chapter of my life that I was beginning to write. In addition to my own experience, I came across a particularly inspiring story that resonated with me. It involved a retiree who, after leaving his professional life behind, decided to take up the piano. This decision was driven by a lifelong fascination with music, but it was the solitude of living alone that made this pursuit feasible. Without the need to worry about disturbing a partner or housemate, he was free to practice at any time of the day or night. The quiet of his home became his concert hall, where he could immerse himself fully in the learning process. Over the years, his dedication paid off, and he became not only proficient but deeply passionate about playing the piano. He spoke of how living alone had given him the liberty to explore this new hobby to its fullest, leading to a profound sense of fulfillment and joy that he had never anticipated. These examples highlight the incredible potential for self-reinvention that comes with living alone. The solitude allows for a deep, introspective journey that can lead to discovering new passions and redefining one's identity. With the freedom to pursue activities that genuinely resonate with you, this period can become a time of personal renaissance. Whether it's taking up a long-deferred hobby, exploring new interests, or simply adopting a new way of living, the chance to reinvent yourself is one of the most rewarding aspects of living alone. It's an opportunity to craft a life that is uniquely your own, reflecting your deepest desires and aspirations in ways that might have been impossible in a shared living environment. As we come to the end of this journey, I hope you've gained valuable insights into the benefits of living alone as an older man. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What have you learned so far? Take a moment to reflect and think about the key takeaway that resonated with you the most. How will you apply this wisdom to your own life? Please share in the comments below one thing that stood out to you and that you're inspired to bring into practice. Your thoughts and experiences can inspire others in this community as well. If you found this video helpful, please take a second to leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay connected and receive more content that empowers and enriches your life. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts.